Hello, dear students. This is your Professor Lázaro Pino. And remember, we have the midterm in the week 5. What to study for the midterm? Well, you must know what is matter and its classification. What is a pure substance? What are mixtures? And also the classification according with the state, solid, liquid, gas, and physical changes. And the characteristic of different states according with the shape and the volume. You must go over the international system of units and the English system. Remember that you have tables that you can use. It's important for you to know to calculate the number of significant figures in a number and use conversion factors and dimensional analysis to do conversion from one unit to another. It's also important to calculate the number of electrons, protons, and neutrons if you know the atomic number and the atomic mass, and calculate the average atomic mass of different isotopes knowing the abundance of each. We studied the structure of the atom. Remember the theories about Democritus, Dalton, Thomson, Rutherford, Bohr, and the mechanic quantum theory. It's important for you to know how to do the electron distribution using the Aufbau diagram, and to study the periodic table, classification of the elements in representative and transition, when they are metals, non-metals, and metalloids, and the characteristics of every one. The periodic properties in the periodic table, how the different properties change in the periodic table. Also, a very important task, nomenclature of inorganic compounds. Remember the ionic compounds, the covalent compounds, the use of the polyatomic ions. For this you have a table that you can bring, and how to name acids and bases. Also, it's important the molar mass of a compound, how to calculate the molar mass of a compound, how to calculate the percent composition of an element in a compound, the calculation of the empirical formula of a compound, and the molecular formula. We study chemical reactions, and it's important to recognize what are the reactants, what are the products, how to balance chemical equations, and the classification of the chemical reactions. Also, it's important the conversion from grams to moles and from moles to number of particles. For the first one, use the molar mass to go from grams to moles, and the inverse, and use the Avogadro's number to go from moles to number of particles, or in the opposite way. Stoichiometry. In stoichiometry, we studied the use of the ratios in the chemical reaction to do conversions from moles of A to moles of B. Also, we use the molar mass to go from grams of A to grams of B. Remember that the conversion from mole to mole is always the middle in any type of calculation in a stoichiometry. Also, it's important to determine the limiting reactant in a chemical reaction and the theoretical yield. Besides that, to calculate the percent yield. Well, that's more or less what you have to study. You have a lot of exercises to go over in order to be ready for the midterm. Just what I have to tell you is study and good luck.